Lock and Load, Volume 2.
So we're going into about the 5th or 6th week, working a couple days a week on the FJ Props project. Gio has really gained significantly now on the layout, mounting of a lot of the pre-mounting of the equipment here in the shop. It's super tight. Let's go in and take a look. It's really critical when we build a custom marine reef aquarium, jellyfish aquarium, any project, that we're organized and that we plan long-term on how exactly it's going to work and accessibility. Today, Gio was playing country music, and now I think he's back at it again. Hey Gio, can we turn that down so we can hear? Oh my God. We're getting to this point. There's been a lot of mounting up of a lot of different things, a lot of customization and how things map out. Gio's been protecting the sump for the entire time, a day or two last week, a couple of days this week.
So this is the big reveal, see if I messed up or not.
Yeah, see if you broke it actually. But I mean, you look at everything, it's just another piece of the puzzle. Exactly where we wanted to put this outlet, you know, is different. You want to have access for this. It's got to go there. You got the MP40s there. The wires go through to the back because that's where they're going to connect all the way upstairs to the top of the aquarium when we connect them in. This was another add-on that he actually glued in today that's put in place, screwed in the back. He made a bracket for the CO2 tank so it's connected.
So yeah, I spent some time today creating this little starboard piece, some Velcro all the way across. So held together with more screws and more screws on the back side. I went ahead and countersink because I didn't want to damage the glass. We needed to create some sort of way of protecting this glass from this CO2 tank, and at the same time creating a little barrier here. We get a lot of splashing from the drains, and this is the floss area. So I came up with this little piece here that I'm gonna go ahead and silicone in place. I'll anchor it in the back with some screws, some nice Velcro here. I got this from Scuba World. They do a lot of diving and stuff, so I saw a lot of these in the back of some dive boats, and I was like, why not incorporate it into the aquarium industry?
We had a question about the DOS and how people wanted to utilize maybe the Ecotech unit for dosing because it's a lot quieter. This happens to be one of those situations where we're using the DOS system because it's compatible with the entire monitoring and management system of Neptune. Transitioning from part A to part B, it's not really a necessity, and that's really a personal preference. We've decided to stay with the DOSs. We've used them. They do work. Yes, you have to change the head. Yes, you have to change surgical grade silicone tubing once in a while, and they make a little more noise. In the years of doing this, we try to stay on a path that works. Really important. Your first battery backup over here, that's going to run the 2 Ecotechs up here into the aquarium. You can see we put the DELTEC pump controllers up here. Those 2 guys right there will run the 2 DELTEC pumps down here. My only question, Gio, would be why don't we flip these around so that the pickups are on the glass end? That way the water has to come all the way through the sump. You've got your EB8 over here. You've got your UV mounted up like he liked to do. That, of course, is all connected into the back. Same situation. They're mounted back here. Here's your cables for the MP40s, so they'll go up to the MP40s on site. The UV's mounted really slick. This electric outlet really mapped in here. That goes through the back. There's a penetration back here, and the wire will go from the whip and connect straight into the box by their electrician on site. We never do electrical work at a client's house. We let them do the work, or their electrician. We're not certified electricians, so we avoid that. I'll mount a box and put it in location, but let them do the final connection. Very important. He initially put some stuff down to put the 2 DOS systems here for the live feed systems, or the feed system in the refrigerator. The odds are we're not going to put them here. They're going to go on top of the refrigerator like originally planned. You've got your liquid level controller, a CHEMI-PURE unit, that's an LLC. That's going to go on a float switch that has a mechanical on it too in the sump when we pick the level, which is going to be about a ½ inch below the floss area. That's going to be your operating level. It's about 13½ inches, and it goes all the way across into the sump, and then we'll check for power fail and adjust as needed with that.
I would like to put everything up and mock it up for the wiring. I still need to do the plumbing for the fleece filter as well, so I could do that as well, get that out of the way, because it all has unions, so I could take the unions and take it apart for shipping.
Right.
but I like to do some of that plumbing here on site.
And we still need these drivers up for the MPs, right?
Correct.
Those are going to get mounted up under here?
Yeah, so I'll line them up right where each controller is. So
Yeah.
you can see this will be the left one, this will be the right one. Same thing over there. I also have to mount
For the drivers on this
for
side.
the pumps.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and mount these two drivers right above, and the driver for these pumps right above. So it's nice, it's out of the way. And if you need to get to it, it's up there.
Not always do we have the luxury of plumbing out an entire system in the shop. Just because this is an open system that's going to be in a public location, be it a private business at FJ Props, it's super cool to be able to get a lot of this work done here in the shop. It's going to make it very heavy. So when we take it off and put it into the truck, we'll strap it in, protect it, and then just drive it straight over on a day that it's not raining and deliver it. I suppose not this weekend, but the weekend after. So when we design and build a system, you want to maximize the space to the best of everybody's abilities. All the pieces of DELTEC equipment will fit inside of here. This is really optimizing space. So we had a few questions this week. One of the questions we had in was, how many gallons will the main display be? Well, the main aquarium itself in operating is 84 by 24 by 24. I'm gonna say that's about 180 gallons. The two frag tanks each probably hold no more than 30 gallons apiece. So you're really looking at approximately 240 gallons of actual water in the system operating in the aquariums, plus the sump. Depending on where we operate, this sump will hold probably running 50 gallons of water. So overall, the whole system volume is close to 300 gallons. So actually, the system we've designed with all the filtration is significant for this size aquarium. It's not underfiltered whatsoever. We had another question about the little gray units that we use up here. They're these guys right here. It's called a CLIC, C-L-I-C. They're readily available in the plumbing industry. They're super neat and they make it easy. So you first got to mount the CLIC on the right location with the screw. It has a little adjustment so you can go up or down, and then you put the pipe in there and then you click it in and it stays clicked with the pipe inside of it. It's pretty cool. And another question we had was the flow meters, you know, but really the only thing I can think of that looks like a flow meter is this George Fisher wide check valve. George Fisher is the manufacturer, and this is a 1.25 inch wide check valve because the discharge on this particular pump is 1.25 inches. If we were going to install flow meters, we would go ahead and probably install the Neptune Apex flow meters that are applicable to 1-inch PVC plumbing. That would be fine. But we also have the DELTEC controllers for the flow here, and we have the MP40s. So I'm not really too concerned about flow. Flow is going to be restricted on these eFlow 12s by the amount of water that can be handled through the sump. Your sump is your biggest restrictor when talking about flow in a closed aquarium system. It's what goes through the sump, and then there's what goes in the aquarium itself. There was a question about the UV bulb with gaps with air. That was when we were mounting it forward. We've mounted it upward, so there is no air block in there. This will definitely purge the air through 100%. I kind of like the way Gio put the battery backups down low. The Trident, we're going to organize, are we sticking that up or we're sticking that down just right to the floor? Probably going to go to the floor. And there's a few more items on the list. You've got your inventory list here, Gio?
Yes.
For all the products?
It's a very nice big white thing.
So here's Gio's product inventory list that he hasn't filled out yet. He's got to do that soon. Next week he'll do another day on it, and then the following Saturday it looks like we're going to deliver it to site. So remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.